Welcome to the G&JB show, episode number 17. Today, myself and Jack are going to sit down, have a chat about all things boxing, world championships. Jackie B.
Nice to see you, G.
Yeah, obviously would be.
You've made me a coffee today.
I know, mate. Cheers. Cheers. And we're online today, YouTube and wherever else we can get it up online so people can watch it or listen in the car. Listening in the car is good. I like that's what I do.
Watch it in the car.
Yeah, don't watch it in the car. Please don't do that. Okay, guys. So look, let's talk about your World Championships experience. You just come back from Russia.
Yep.
You've been back, what, 10 days or so, thereabouts?
Oh, yeah, about that.
About that?
Just
I'm
over
not
a week,
counting,
yeah.
but I just had a guess.
Just over a week.
That made me feel bad. So you've had a little bit of rest and you were going to start this week, but we said no, it's 10 weeks till Nationals starting tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, starting Monday.
Starting Monday, sorry, yeah?
No, it might be tomorrow, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you've been exempt from boxing at the Queensland Championships, which rightly so, yourself, Justice and Austin because you guys, the Queenslanders, because you've been, you're already currently Queensland number one, Australia's number one, you've already represented Australia. So next week or 2 weeks, the state championships will happen. Next weekend will happen, and all the guys in the 81, the 91, and the 91 plus will fight for second place.
Yeah, so
That's right, yeah. So, mate, give us the rundown. I don't know, starting with training, jumping on the plane. How was it?
yeah, it was a good experience. Like, we were away for just under 3 weeks. So we left on the 5th of September from Brisbane, and flew Brisbane to Sydney, and Sydney to Doha, Doha to Moscow, Moscow to Ugenberg where we were. So, it was like a 2-day trip really.
Oh, you were very tired when you got there. And look, you're only there a couple of days for the week too, weren't you?
Yeah, everyone was, which was
Yeah.
a good thing because, like, I
All
think,
countries,
yeah,
they all came at a similar time. Yeah, right.
except for the Russians, I think they were there.
You reckon they were there early?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, well, that played into their hands a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a host nation, it was unreal that you
Yeah.
could tell the government had really backed it. There's a lot of money put into it.
Well,
The opening ceremony was really
Was that good?
Yeah, it was
because
unreal.
that's one thing we didn't see. We didn't get to see and experience those things. Tell us about that.
That was
What
that was a
happened?
good experience. So yeah, I'll start from the start. So we got in. I was a bit tired. I wasn't too bad. Adjusted pretty quickly. It was
Yeah.
a 5-hour difference. 5 hours behind us. I slept on most of the plane rides as well. So
Yeah.
I was cheering.
Not too bad there.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Just getting used to the time difference is probably main
Yeah,
thing.
and I was a little bit, because I was probably like 2 kilos over before I left, so when we got there I was like 3.
Yeah.
I was a little bit stressed about that, but it's just, you're sitting on the plane for 2 days,
Yeah.
doing absolutely
No
nothing.
wonder you
There's
can't pull the weight down.
There's not, not much you can do, and any fluid or food you're eating is pretty much staying in your body.
Yeah.
So we got there, slept, and then we trained the following morning, and I felt really good.
Yeah.
I felt really confident, and then we trained that afternoon as well. And just as more teams come in, the more confidence grew, and like you knew the draw was going to come out. So a little bit of nerves, but like we'd spoken about how just believing in yourself and confidence is the big key to like having success overseas, and I felt like it's one thing to say it when I'm here, like, oh yeah, I am, but when you go out in a new environment and there's all those different countries and stuff, and I still had that same confidence, and I knew I was going to box well. I believed I was going to medal the whole time I was there, but obviously didn't go that way. But
I think a lot of people that saw both fights still believe that you had the potential to be in the top 3 in the world. You know, that was top 4 isn't it, with medals. You know what I mean? But
definitely.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, and then so we trained a couple of days. Weight was fine. Then we had the opening ceremony, which was unreal. Like I did a big stage show.
So the only opening ceremonies I've seen are, well, I was on one at Junior Worlds, which was quite tame, to be honest, in 2011. That was like, to be honest, it was a little bit boring.
Yeah.
So, but
it was good. If I wasn't, I was pretty tired.
Yeah,
so
I've seen Olympics comp games.
Yeah,
Sort
I was
of
nothing like that, but
I get that. But was there a fair crowd there? Was it?
yeah. There
was
was, like obviously there was a lot of big wigs from IE, but there.
Yeah.
A lot of I guess Russian politicians or
You
whatever
had
they
no
are.
idea.
Big.
Putin
So
stood
we had
next to you, you just...
Poop had a little message he sent to
Did
the, it was up on the big screen. It was just pretty cool.
He said to the IEBA judges, if you fuck Russia up, you're gone.
Yeah, well, Russia had a pretty good run, let me tell you. They've got some unreal talent, but there was a message from Putin on there. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Big, and Kosciuszko had a speech as well. It was pretty cool.
And I'm fast forwarding a little bit now, and we'll go back to what happened after the opening ceremony, but mate, to have Roy Jones, Evander Holyfield, Roberto Duran all there on closing on the finals day.
There was also Vetkin was there.
Oh really?
I can't remember the cruiserweight's name. Kosciuszko trained him for a little bit over in Russia.
Oh yeah, blonde hair guy.
No, he's not blonde hair. He's got there's that photo of him with a massive.
Oh yeah, I know who you mean.
Swollen eye.
Yeah, it's a bad eye too.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Anyway, so he was there.
And some Russian celebrities. I didn't know who they were, but people were following around. Yeah, it was cool.
So Roy Jones sang, didn't he?
Roy Jones, he lived sang.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He didn't actually sing it. He did Can't Be Touched and had backup bands. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was
nice.
a good occasion. And they did a lot of the medal ceremony as well. Evander Holyfield did Justice's medal presentation. And Roy Jones did the 81s. I was devastated. He's like my hero. That would have been.
Oh yeah, that's the one you want.
Medal.
What So if you say Justice, what's Justice? 6'1"-ish? I don't know.
About 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah. So him stood next to Evander.
He was on the podium, so I don't know.
Oh, he would have been too, same height.
Yeah.
Did you get a close look at Evander, like how tall he actually was? No. Because he was actually a light heavy at the Olympics anyway.
Oh, really? Yeah, there you go. He did get bronze as well, didn't he?
I don't know what he got actually.
Bronze.
But I know he was a light heavy at the Olympics, and then Muhammad Ali was a light heavy, and went up to heavyweight as a professional.
Yeah, it shows that. Yeah, Ali, those guys that can move at that weight are unreal. Like Justice himself,
we go to Ali, mate, he was just like, you know what he was, like the greatest, of the time, and he's still the greatest. That's the name, the fly flying around you, mate. But Ali was like 30 years ahead of his time. It was fighters weren't doing that then. They were doing, and how many people have we tried to see become Muhammad Ali afterwards?
But even his mentality, he was ahead of the game.
Just headstrong. He broke most of the opponents before.
Just his movement for those big boys, and that's what I reckon Justice is the same. His movement amongst those big.
Confused them with their issues, big robotic.
What to do, like in the final, which I believe if Justice didn't get sick, he would have been in there, and they were just throwing straight 1-2s pretty much, both of them the whole time.
Who won it? What country?
Uzbekistan. So he was.
Was he the big wide, or was that the Russian? There was one that looked a bit shorter and massive.
Was it Kazim?
Maybe. Oh, that was who he was supposed to fight, was it?
Yeah, he would have fought.
That's right. Yeah, the semi.
The Uzbek, he was like 8-0 as a pro and came back.
That's right, yeah.
He's got like 220,000 followers on Instagram. Like he's a big name.
He's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But he, mate, it was the quarterfinals. We were watching, I think it was the fight before Justice, so we were watching who he would have fought, or who he had to fight the next night. So we were concentrated on that. And in the ring in the ring A was that Uzbek, and he flattened this American kid.
I did see that. I saw that one. That was a fair knockout.
I thought he was gone.
Yeah.
Mate, he was iced for like 4 minutes. And
was it?
Yeah, they picked him up, we were stretching him out. He was fine.
Oh, when you say you thought he was gone, you thought he was dead.
I thought he was dead, yeah. Oh, he was.
Wow. Yeah, I just saw
he's still breathing, but I was like,
he
he's
just
going to
didn't
look really injured or something. And,
I saw that. I just saw clips of that one because I didn't watch the whole fight. I saw clips of it. Bam! He just went straight flat on
his
his back.
southpaw, he leaned down. He's boom, cop one over the top.
Yeah.
It's kind of back of the head, but you know if you turn your head.
Yeah.
Mate, it was a big shot.
Touching on that, let's move. We haven't even wrote this down, but we can go into it. Mate, what is your thoughts on professionals coming back to the amateur boxing Olympic? You know, obviously for the big shows, they wouldn't come back for a local tournament.
Yeah,
what do you think about it?
During the week that Andy Ruiz Jr. wants to come back and try and win a gold at Tokyo. Look.
Yeah, well, he's going to lose his world title against Anthony Joshua anyway, so he needs something to do.
Look, honestly, I think once you make that decision to turn over, you should just should be
Yep.
reinstated. But I also believe that the head guard should still be on. As much as I love fighting without a head guard, it's just I saw in the finals. I think there was 2 fights that got stopped from a cut. Pat McCormack's got stopped, and there was a Cuban boy as well that got stopped from a cut.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. Yeah, right. You know,
like it's just not fair. Like Pat had like a round and a half to win the fight.
yeah.
Like yes, you've got to do everything to
Yeah.
that point, but like what if you've yeah, it's just unfortunate. I think the head guard should still be on. And what if that had happened to him in the first round? He would have never gone on.
Never got it. Well, that's right. That can happen. Look, it happened to Daniel Lewis at the games a couple of years ago, Con Games, and it happens to many. Let's be honest. But mate, I like the spectacle of the no head guards. Right, I'm all for that. But I think in major tournaments, it should be for the final only.
Yeah.
Because then you can, if you head guards the way through, the cut's not going to come into play.
Or decreases it.
Decreases the amount, yeah. Look, it's never, the head guard ain't going to stop a knockout and all those sort of things. It's just a cuts thing, really, let's be honest. But if you take the head guards off on final day, you can really promote that final day and you can make it an actual real occasion. Do you know what I mean? I think big tournaments, you know, like, well, even we're talking about locally, state tournaments, state championships, national championships, don't even talk about the first 4 days because, to be honest, it's just boxers getting through to the final. The only event that should be promoted, it should be done properly, especially in Australia, because we would get media. I know we would get media if we just come to the finals. The head guards came off in that final day. You could sell that. You could get masses coming on to the final day.
Yeah, and from the boxing, as a boxer, I'd hate to see someone get cut in the first round and then not be able to fight the final here.
Yeah.
You know, it's just I don't know. Whatever happens, it's the same with the point scoring. Whatever happens, there's always going to be a debate.
There's positives and negatives to everything, isn't there? Yeah.
Anyway, well, back to the journey. I got a bit distracted.
Yeah,
but
nice.
When the draw came out, I had China first. I had a pretty good draw actually. I had China. The Turkmenistan boy got the bye.
Yeah.
So I would have had.
Oh yeah, he got a bye.
Yeah,
That's why we couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
It was an old footage from the 2017 that I found.
So I ended up fighting China. It was the second day of competition, so I was never want to lose, but I was determined I didn't want to lose and have to stay there for two and a half weeks.
You were the first Australian too.
I was the first Australian, and we so Boxing Australia, well, IEBA have brought out a new rule. I think that you can wear like your country colours in the ring. So Boxing Australia, close relationship with Sting, I'm pretty sure. So Sting organised. We had a green and gold kit. It was mainly green, but it was wearing our country colours. And we had a robe as well. So it was more of a, I don't know.
Oh, it made people look. It was different. I loved it.
I was the first one to wear it.
Yeah.
So it was I remember we were out the back and Coach Mark Wilson, one of the coaches that come with us from Queensland, who was a big help while I was over there. So thank you, Mark. You know, listen to this.
That's right.
I put the green and gold stuff on, and he was like, "That looks fucking good. Like, it actually looks really good." And then I put the robe on, and he was like, "Mate, that's great." Like, and I was proud to wear the green and gold because I know it's like a lot of people say, "Oh, why the fuck are they wearing that?" But like, because boxing wasn't my first love. Like, I loved cricket when I was growing up as well. And I remember always watching like the one days, and they get their green and gold kit on, and you get or you watch the Olympics and the swimmers wear their green and gold caps, and but we've never had that. It's just
passion. Any sport, you're green
and you just get the flag on your chest, which is always a proud moment as well. But when we put green and gold, it just felt different. Like it felt like I was representing our country a bit. Like
everyone knew who you were there for.
A bit more pride, and then when you come out, like I remember Coach Mark said the same thing. He's like, everyone's just looking at the green and gold like it was a big a big thing because
we were the only country to do it.
Us in India did like
India had majorly blue or red, but they had chat. But I liked it. It's good.
But it was just something different, and like credit to Boxing Australia for taking that leap of faith and trying something different and going against the grain a bit because no one else really did it.
That's right. No, I loved it. I thought it was excellent.
Yeah, and like there's always going to be mixed opinions on it, but personally, and I had to wear it first. I loved it.
guess what?
Yeah.
People spoke about it. You got to wear the green and gold before anybody else did.
Yeah.
Or your crew, you know, even though you
I
were
was
the
a bit
first one.
nervous about it. I was like, I was in 17, mate. Is this all cleared? Like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
going to get
Especially
me out
the
there.
first one out.
Oh, mate.
Mate, well, let's be honest, you would have made a massive name for yourself if it was
Yeah.
illegal.
Oh, no, you can take that off. I even packed my blue gear, my red gear with me.
Just in
Yeah,
case.
just in case. But no, it was all good, and I felt proud representing the country. It's always a big thing representing the country
for
on
sure.
such a big stage. But yeah, I was a little bit nervous that first fight.
You had 49 in your draw.
Yeah, we had.
You had 49 people in your
Yeah,
draw.
yeah.
Like that was a, you know, Olympics is maximum only 32.
32, yeah.
It's a bigger combat. People don't realise, like the general public that don't watch boxing world championships, it is a bigger event than the Olympic Games
And let's
because
be honest, not many people, unless you're like a boxing.
you don't know what's
you
on
don't
there.
really watch it. No.
Yeah, that's right.
Not many would sit down and watch a 3-hour live stream.
I thought the coverage was pretty good.
Yeah,
It was cool. You know, we got to watch it on the big screen. You
The
know,
whole,
man,
the
it was
whole
good.
show was awesome. The stadium was unreal. Like,
Yeah.
But like even rocking up to the venue, like it's a big stadium, and got in the change rooms. The change rooms were massive. They had 2 rings in each.
Yeah,
Not
right.
change rooms, but like the warm up
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
I had like 2 rings in each, and like warmed up. Put the kid on.
Yeah.
I was pretty excited,
Yeah.
and then I knew I had a tough fight in China. China's always.
And he was. Did he make the semi of the King's Cup or the President's Cup or whatever it's called in Thailand?
King's Cup.
He had like 4 or 5 fights in that tournament.
Yeah.
And that's when I started watching. I was thinking, oh, geez, this guy's good. Not that I was worried. And do you know what I was thinking the night before the draw? I was thinking, you know, when you're thinking, oh, I hope I get a good draw. And I went, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
You get who you get, and you'll beat whoever's in front of you.
That was my mindset
Yeah.
the whole way.
Yep.
And you, like, were in contact with
Yeah.
me every day anyway, and just like reinforcing those things in my head. I already knew it, but just to hear it again, and then you speak it out, you read the messages out loud, and so went out, and I was a bit nervous, and then as soon as I hopped in the ring, it's just like all of it just went.
It's my place.
Yeah, well, it's just exactly the same. There was less people there than there is occasionally.
Local show. Yeah.
So and you know what? I'm so proud of myself that like didn't obviously I won that fight, didn't get the decision in the next one. But I'm just so proud to say, true to it's everything we've been doing this year.
That's
everything
right,
we spoke about at the start of the year. You said more feints, hook offs, and if you can finish someone, you go for it.
You let 'em
and
go.
I reckon all my fights this year, I can say I've
Follow those things.
Yeah.
No,
I
definitely.
just boxed smart, and there was no difference watching me when I was on that world stage than there was to if
The
I'm
local
fighting, if
show.
I'm sparring here. It was just like confidence and hands down, fainting, and I believe it worked for me in both fights. I didn't get the decision in the second one, but that's just how it goes in amateur boxing.
Yeah, a little bit dirty on that one.
Oh, I was, you know what? Yeah, well we'll touch on that. You know,
Can I ask you, what was your corner thinking? What was your corner thinking after the second fight? When
I came back.
you're confident.
Yeah,
Just like everybody else was?
Against China. So Kevin Smith's our head coach, and he is incredible in the corner. I'm like calm defaulted, just calm. Everything I need, like, is just calm instruction.
Yeah.
What do I need to do? What am I doing bad? And then he just gives you a positive at the end. And all of it was positive. Like, just he was playing. Old mate, like the Turkmenistan boy was like backing up, and my body language was fainting, pushing him back forward, body jab, and shoot to the head or shoot him down the body, and I thought after every round I'd come back, how am I doing? Yeah, good. And then blah blah blah. Just let me work on. And then the second and third I picked it up even more.
Yeah.
The first was close. So like I watched it back. I didn't think it was in my head when I was in there, but when I watched it back, it was closer than I thought. And that's bound to happen. But
I haven't watched it back,
I watched it back a couple of times.
but I thought the first round was clear. I didn't think he punched enough.
Like, he didn't punch at all.
That's what.
Like he was. The only time I was getting caught was when I was getting counted.
With that little southpaw right
But
hook.
I was pushing after that attack. Like I'd get counted and then I'd push again, and then he would have no answers.
Yeah.
And even the kid, he was getting yelled at in the corner after each round. I watched it back.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the fight, you can tell the body language. I went up, touched touch the coach's gloves. They went, well done,
He
good
knew
fight.
it. He knew
But I did exactly what I was told.
Yeah.
And then didn't go my way. And it's some fights, like in Thailand, right? I lost, but
Yeah.
I thought I lost.
Yeah.
And
that's okay.
that hurt me too.
Yeah.
But that hurt me
because
because
you know
I
you're
knew I
better
did
than that.
shit.
Yeah.
And I thought I
But you can only look at yourself then.
Yeah.
Whereas this time, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, there is things like, there's always something you can do better.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe I could pick the work rate up or press the fight a bit more,
Yeah.
but I thought I was doing enough, so it was hard for me in the moment. But now looking back, it's like, well, I come back, reassess,
Yeah.
have a little
Yeah,
break.
yeah.
And yeah, fuck. Some decisions, like in Thailand, I was fucking shattered.
Yeah.
But I come back and I knew what I had to work on.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
knew what I had
that's
to
right,
work
yeah.
on, and we did it. And then I thought I applied everything I did wrong in Thailand here.
I thought you were excellent over in the Worlds.
But it's just how it works, mate. And it's fucking disappointing. But in Thailand, I was upset. After that one, I remember I rung you as soon as I got back. Used my data too, by the way. So I got a massive phone bill when I got back. I rung you.
Thanks, Mum.
Yeah. I rung you, and I remember in Thailand I couldn't ring for 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
Here, I rung you straight away, and you were just like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I just felt numb to it. I just, what do you do? Like,
It's a
and
crazy
happened
thing.
it's happened that many fucking times. It's shit that you kind of expect it.
Yeah.
When they said split decision, I was like, surely not.
Yeah.
And it happened, and I was like, at least I've
Bullshit. At least I've been here before. I know what
Before,
this happens.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
But you know,
how many times you got to pick yourself up?
So what's positives you've learned from that World Championship? You know you belong there. You know you belong at the world class
I'm on
level.
that level. But I remember one of the first days we got there, Cuba got in like a couple of days after
That's
us.
what I want to touch on. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
Cuba
right,
got in a couple of days after us. And I remember watching, so the king of my division is Cruz and has been for the last, 10 years maybe?
Yeah.
And I remember watching him when I was about 13 or 14 against Hooper.
Yeah.
He fought Damien Hooper at the 2000.
I thought Herb's unlucky too there.
I thought he beat him.
Yeah.
And that was his first world championships he
Yeah.
won. So this was his fifth. He was gone for his fifth world championship.
This one, that's right. He was
Like,
too.
win
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Not even just get a medal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to win them all. I remember watching him. I watched him for about a minute, just train, and I was like, no, I can beat him. I'm on this level. There's nothing different to him. He's got 2 arms, 2 legs, but you put him on this pedestal for so long.
You do.
Yeah, which is only right. Like
Yeah.
I was a kid, and then I got there. But I reckon if I had been in the same situation maybe 2-3 years ago, I would have been a bit starstruck.
Not ready for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not ready for
Now-
it with your mentality. Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel my confidence was supreme over there, and yeah.
And like we've said many times on the podcast, one thing that I've said to you quite often is learn from other people's mistakes or learn from other people rather than make the same mistake yourself. You know, if you think about all these conversations you've had with Damien Hooper about his experience overseas, and when you were young, you just sit there wide-eyed like, fucking hell.
He was probably more of a man at that age.
That's
than I
right,
was,
yeah.
like-
He matured earlier, didn't he?
Yeah, for
Let's
sure.
be honest. And he had no fear at 17, 18 years old. It was probably taking you.
Oh, yeah, I think it's more the occasion.
Yeah.
Like he knew that he'd been on the worlds at
Yeah,
youths, and,
yeah,
and I
that's
had
right.
never done that.
Yeah.
I fell short.
But I just think from all those chats you've had over the time, I remember some of the things he'd said to you about even just general weighing lineups and fighting, and these guys that pushing you out of the way. And a lot of Aussies would step back and he'd go, "Fuck you!" I'd push him straight back. You know, like that hardness. You've got to show that. You know what I mean? And your way's different to his.
Yeah.
But it's good to have that. It's good to have that mentor that's told you a while ago, and you go, "Oh yeah."
It just all clicks, and little things you've said along the way, and like maybe even dad or people from gym,
anything, you just remember,
little
just
things,
come
they
to
all
the
come
point.
back. Even just you got your own like training area, or like you get there and you designate your own, and like people come and warm up and start creeping in, and you just push back. It's just little
Fuck you,
mental
get out of my
things,
zone.
But that'll give me confidence. Like, oh, I'm gonna fucking push a bit. It's just it's little games.
Little games, but if you're weak-minded, they will beat you.
Yeah. Where if I just go, fuck.
Yeah.
The cruise is right there.
Yeah.
And now,
Well, I remember you ringing me. I don't know if you got back to the hotel or whatever it was. And you just said, I've just been watching. I'm going to fucking beat him.
Yeah.
I remember you said to me, I think it was Mark said to you, no, don't pay him the respect. And you were like, no, I'm fucking watching because I'm going to beat him.
Yeah.
Like,
but it is that way. And like I can get both points, but for me watching it, it was...
there was no negative at all.
Yeah, I'm going to beat him. But
yeah.
like some people might be sitting there going, oh, fuck, he's so good.
Yeah.
And he is fucking good.
Like, he's good. But saying that, he got beat. Who beat him?
Kazakhstan. Yeah, Kazakhstan beat him in Southport.
Yeah.
Beat him. Oh, look, I think if you've won
He
4
got
world
a,
championships...
didn't he get an 8 count?
Yeah, he did get rocked. And
Yeah,
I reckon
see, that-
if that was
that
in
swings him, doesn't
yeah,
it?
if that was in the pros, he probably would have got stopped, I reckon.
Yeah.
But we've seen him get dropped.
What, you reckon they would have let it go and he would have jumped on?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But we've seen him get hurt. Like he got dropped
few times.
by Joe Ward in
Yep.
one of the finals. Might have been Germany.
Isn't it fun? Isn't it?
He's been dropped before. Like I think you need to give him that respect that. And the referee did. He didn't stop it or wave it off. But it was just a big shot. He got wobbled and then he wasn't. He did get dropped. Right?
Yeah.
Look, I thought the first, if they were judging how they had pretty much the whole fight, or the whole way through for him, I believe they should have given him the first and the third. But look, maybe he didn't do it.
Whatever happened, yeah.
Mate, we counted there one time. He fought. It was in the quarters. He fought, and he threw 25 punches in one round.
Wow.
And it was like he's incredible
All
to watch.
landing? Majority landing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was boring.
Yeah.
If you don't like boxing, it would have been a boring fight.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
liked it.
Yeah, because you
like
saw what he
25
was
just-
doing.
Just dropping his hand, boom, 1 point. Boom, 1
Yeah.
point. But then, like if I had fought like that, they probably wouldn't have given me the fight.
Yeah, that's right.
He's earned that.
Yeah.
It was a good experience all up, and yeah, I'm pretty proud of the way I coped with the loss, and I was able to. But in the same respect, like losing at that level and knowing you won or feeling you won,
Yeah.
it's fucking hard to deal with.
But again, we've looked on what happened at the Commonwealth Games trials, and we had a rough decision there down in where were we? Sydney. Had a rough decision there. But you're probably twice the boxer now because of that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you said.
I'll look back at that in maybe 6 months and be like, that's a fucking great thing that
Yeah,
happened to me.
this is why I got my medal at the Olympics.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And that's
Because
what, yeah, I remember
you've never done enough, have you? That's what you have to take it. I've never done enough. If it means you're going to go, mate, because I have to win this.
Yeah.
You know?
And going to the Worlds, I'm glad I stuck it out.
Yeah.
And going to the Worlds, and that gives me so much confidence now for the Olympic trials.
Yeah.
Because I've seen who's in Asia, and I believe I can beat them.
Yeah.
And I know I can qualify. It's just all on me now.
Yeah. Was it nerve-wracking being the first Aussie, or did you like that pressure of being the first Aussie on the show?
The only thing that rattled me was like, fuck, if you lose, I got 2.5 weeks in fucking Russia, and I'm going to be miserable.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah, so it was bittersweet. It was nice, but I knew that I had to fucking perform. Otherwise, I was sitting around for 2 weeks twiddling
Depressed.
my thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead I only had a week of being depressed.
So what did you had a fight there? I think you had a 4-day break.
Yeah, I
and
had
you
4
fought
days.
again.
So I fought on the Tuesday.
So
Well,
you
no,
had,
fought
I think you'd had 2 fights before Justice had his first one, hadn't you?
Yeah, I had both.
It wasn't a funny how it worked out.
And Harry had a bye in a fight, and then Justice fought. Yeah.
Mate, I actually.
He was incredible. His 2 fights.
Yeah, he was
Two
really-
fights. Yeah.
He was really
He was
good,
really
yeah.
impressive.
You know who else I was really impressed by? Jason Marley. I thought he was hard done by.
Yeah, you know that kid. So I roomed with Jason.
Yeah.
And Justice and Harry were in the
Yeah.
other room. Harry Garside. So Justin and I, not Justin, Jason and I get on really
Justin?
well. Yeah, Justin. There's no Justin there.
Who are you
Just
talking
the
about, mate?
bloke who brought back. Nah, me and Jason get on really well and got similar stories. So it was good to room with him. And he was on, I think he was 2 days after me. So he drew Azerbaijan. I think he was he would have been one of the top seeds.
Yeah.
So I didn't know too much about this guy until pretty much after Jason fought.
Yeah.
But he was an Olympic silver medalist. He won world championships before. I think he was a little bit older now, but he's a Cuban bloke who moved to Azerbaijan and boxed for them.
Yeah, right.
But he was fucking tall. And I thought Jace won that.
I can't remember. It was competitive.
But
I can't remember which rounds I gave Jason, but I know I gave him 2.
I think it would probably have been
in the 3-round fight, I mean, it was second and third.
It would have been second and third.
Because old mate started
even Jace said to me, he's like, I think I gave him 2
work harder. Yeah.
And then the second 2, he was impressive. And look, Jace will trial for the Olympic Games as well.
Yeah.
And Jason's another one who's probably got stiffed in that decision a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's one of them people that's always just picked up and just kept working. So I reckon, keep an eye out for Jason in the future.
Yeah, nice. Mate, so the camp starts as of Monday.
Yeah.
We start tightening up the diet again, pulling everything. You've got 10 weeks.
No more ice creams, eh?
That's it. We'll, we've got the elite Queensland Championships will be next week, and we've also got the youths under 19s as well. And we've got a couple of our own kids in that are going to the national champions for the youths, which are coming up in a couple of weeks. So that'll be good. But mate,
that happened while I was away. So was that Dan and Corey?
Dan and Corey both did really well. So
Charles doing really good things with the juniors.
Yeah, they're doing good. Yeah. They're doing excellent.
It is. It actually, just to touch on Dan and Corey. It's good to see. We always speak about the losses as a kid, and look, Corey lost maybe 3 or 4 of their last 5 fights, and it was good for her to win on that big occasion
and fight and win. Yeah, not just walk over.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean?
And same with Dan. I remember I watched Dan at our show earlier in the year and lost, and I think since then he's come back and he's really, not that he wasn't training hard, but really pushed hard.
It's like he matured after that loss.
Yeah, and that happens.
Yeah.
And there's going to be more losses on the way, and you just got to keep look at me, I'm 23 and still.
That's right.
It's just how you take that loss. It was good for me over there while I'm seeing they both and I'll even join him in the juniors. We do our Saturday morning circuits together, and I'll just jump in class every now and then. It's good. Their work ethics coming through as they mature.
That's right, as they do. Yeah,
and it's good to see them getting the results and showing what happens when you actually put in.
Yeah, that's right. And with our kids, until they're getting to probably about this stage, Dan's 16, 17, 17, or that age this year, next grade 11,
it's a tough
12
age,
next year. That's when we really start pushing more than 3 days a week. Until then, that's why our kids probably lose a few fights, because they only train 2 or 3 days a week. Yeah. Well, sometimes Eddie only trains 1 day a week. He's had 7 fights, but you know what I mean? He enjoys it, so he'll be there as a senior. Yeah. Or when you flog them, do 5, 7, 8 training sessions a week, morning and night at 12 years old.
Yeah.
Mate, it's pretty rare you see those kids turn into solid seniors anyway, because they just don't want to be there anymore. Yeah. They'd rather go and kick the ball with their mates.
Or when they get to the age they can decide for themselves and just go out and drink beers.
That's right, instead, yeah.
Don't blame them. Yeah, but well done to them.
Done good. Mate, so we've got 10 weeks. Look, you've had a couple of weeks off.
Yeah.
I
didn't do a lot, to be honest, after I lost in overseas. There's comp sparring opportunities, and I probably should have taken them, but I was fucking cooked.
Yeah. Well, it's been you'd had 20 odd fights this year or so, you know what I mean? You haven't stopped since the start.
Yeah,
there's been
and a lot of them have been 4 fights.
Yeah, that's right.
Or 3 fights in a row.
So it's been quite a bit. It's been a busy year, so a couple of weeks, and then we're back into it, which will start all the exercise and the strength. There's 2 days strength training, a day of circuit training, 4 or 5 days boxing. Well, 5, 6, about 6 boxing sessions. Yeah. And then obviously you're running and you're dieting, which is always your favourite.
So I don't mind running.
No, I'm saying dieting. I know you don't like the diet.
I'm enjoying the ice creams. But no, it has. I've enjoyed not having to come to training some nights. But mate, I sit in bed. I can't lie down. I can't sleep. So last night, you're just there with your thoughts so much. You're not around the people that you're with every single day. With family and whatnot. But, mate, honestly, this is just my life, and when you take that routine out of my life a little bit, I'm crazy. So I trained last night.
Yeah.
And again earlier in the week.
Yeah.
And I was in bed by 9 o'clock last night. Just had the best sleep. So I'll train again tonight.
When
not kill myself, but just be around.
Just being around the people, you feel like you've done something.
Yeah, hit the bag a bit hard.
Yeah, that's cool.
You do need the rest, but yeah, I go mad with that boxing.
Yeah. Well, that's
it's all I know.
Well, I think that's about being, passionate about and wanting so much success in your life. You have to work hard all the time, and sometimes an enforced rest, like we say, you've got to have a couple of weeks off. And you're like, yeah, okay, and it's like, but should I be? Because I want to be the champion. Well, your body needs that rest.
Yeah.
Mentally you need that break.
Yeah.
So
and
anyway.
Look, it's been nice coming home. Like I get that extra 10 minutes with Dad after he gets home from work. Don't have to
Extra scoop of ice cream.
Extra scoop
That's
of
all
ice
shit.
Yeah. Well, but you get that extra 10 minutes with Dad, and then I can walk my dog and chill out with my dog for a bit, bring him back and spend time with my sister a bit more.
Watch your sister carve up a 10-pin bowling.
Yeah, I do that anyway. I watch that every Saturday morning. I go and watch her. Mate,
she struggled the other week too.
She is getting better.
Yeah.
She is. Yeah. I was making her social a bit.
That's excellent. So we've got that. That's Nationals coming up.
Do you want to touch on what that program will look like? Or?
Mate, yeah, so what we'll do, so we've got pretty much, because we've got a 12, the perfect periodisation plan for us would be a 12-week, but because you've had such a busy week, busy year, you're not starting from scratch, you've been training. So pretty much the periodisation program works at the first full, over a 12-week plan, generally works at 60%, let's break it down into common terms, 60% hard work, the first 4 weeks would be, 40% technique and skills work and tactical work.
Just fix those ratios up a little bit.
The second phase of the 4 weeks, we'll probably drop a week off either end because it's a 10-week.
Yeah.
A week off the middle and a week off the first, so we'll do 3 weeks. The second phase, which would be the middle 4 weeks, would be 50% hard work, 50% skills, and then the final 4 weeks, you break it down to 60% technique and skills, and then the 40% hard work. So that's how we periodise the training program, and that's generally how you do it. I learned that over in Cuba. Lots of sports scientists around, the Guru and Luke and the QAS, those guys sort of help out with that. But, pretty much the first 3 weeks is going to be tough. All right, so you've got to get back into it. Yes, you will be doing some technical stuff, but we'll be doing a lot of conditioning. So that is why your diet's so important. Your diet, high water, lots of water, look after yourself. You've got great facilities at the QAS with recovery. And so in this first 4 weeks, it's really vital, probably 3 weeks, really vital that you use those, that recovery and all that sort of stuff.
And obviously, we'll cut back everything this year just to do this. So that's just part of it.
And look, let's be honest,
is making time for that stuff.
During that periodisation program, if a fight comes up in 4 weeks and you've just been flogged the whole week, doesn't matter, you're still fighting whether you're sore and you can't move anyway, because we've just got to do it. It ain't about that one fight. It's about the fight at the peak, and that's just the way it is, yeah. You might be training hard in the morning, getting flogged on Saturday morning, and you might have to fight that night. It's not about that one fight, it's about the end goal.
I've always, when we've had things like that pop up, I just treat it like a sparring session.
You've got it.
And then
hopefully, just hope. Hope there's a bit more to it than
But you think it's a...
Hope the last 10 years it works.
I'll just treat it like a sparring session, then get in there and... No, it is a fight.
Yeah, of course it is.
Push. Yeah, but obviously not looking forward to the first few weeks, but we do.
So, don't have 3 weeks off once we start.
I actually enjoyed the first few weeks because you go home wrecked.
Yeah, that's right.
You put in the hard work, and at least, like when we started at the start of the year, I'm coming off
nothing. You'll come off a real rest.
A real rest. Where this will be, I've had a week and a half off, but I'm still doing my runs, I'm still coming into training, so I still feel fit. I think it'll be okay this time.
Yeah, I think you'll be right.
And the body will recover a bit quicker.
Well, you know
what?
what?
If you come from sitting on this couch, it's hard.
Guess what? Even if you're not right, you still got to do it anyway. So that's part of the gig. But mate, I want to touch base on a few things locally. What's coming on? Not just locally, but fights that are coming up.
Yep.
Horn Zarafa 2 announced a couple of days ago.
Yeah, seen that rematch clause got used.
Yeah, by Jeff. Mate.
Do you know they haven't announced a venue or anything?
No, haven't heard anything like that. My big question is, what's the weight?
What do you mean by that? What?
Is it a middle again, or is it junior middle?
Oh, the weight, I think, man.
Oh, yes. No.
W-A-I-T. Why you weight? Nah, yeah, I wonder. Because that was at middleweight, wasn't it? And we know Zarafa.
And has a date been? I don't think a date's been. Not that I've
He
seen.
just said, we're going to
Let's do it.
exercise the clause. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I saw something on the news and
With
it
those
said something
claw-
about it being un-Australian. Did you see that?
Really?
Yeah, that he's used the rematch clause. And I was sitting there with
Oh,
my
how
mum, and
stupid.
mum was like, oh, I don't know what they're on about. Like, because she obviously doesn't watch boxing.
Yeah.
I said, well, that's just common knowledge in boxing is if you lose and you're the A side, then you've got a rematch clause or like, they're
That's
going to
right.
do it again.
That's what good managers
And I was
do.
explaining to mum. She was like, oh yeah, I don't see the problem in that. But I saw it on the news and was like, just because he got beaten doesn't mean he has to not exercise that.
Well, now Zarafa's...
You saw the clause.
That's it. Well,
But
now...
like Andy Ruiz, we've just seen that.
That's
with
right, yeah.
Joshua did it straight away. And I think if you're the A side, you should be allowed to do it straight away.
Well, now that they pushed on with that rematch clause, Zarafa is now the A side, so he's earning the money this time.
Is that how it
Well,
split?
generally.
Yeah.
Generally.
Well, then you'd take it, wouldn't you?
Of course you would. Well, unless something bigger, better opportunity came along.
Yeah.
But, mate,
Well, I think it's still.
if Jeff can do it, he's back.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can do it at middleweight. I really don't. I love Jeff.
Do you think they'll do it at super well?
I don't know, but I would presume
Because
that the
Rafa's made that.
rematch would be...
Did he?
Yeah, I would presume that the rematch would be at middleweight again, because that's where he lost at middleweight. I don't know. All these things are interesting. Because
I did honestly. I thought Jeff was going to win the first one.
Me too.
And look, there's no reason he can't win.
Yep.
The next one.
Me too. I thought Jeff was going to win the first one.
Look, it's another chance for people to get on a show like not just Jeff and Rafa, but
Yep.
you know, people can get on the undercard like they had Rob Jarvis and stuff. Hopefully
Yeah, that's
they can
right.
get young talent on again. People like Lee Wilson, Reagan. You know, it'd be good to see that. It's just a good occasion. Like, why not do it again? I think.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
And Jeff's earned that right to have another crack.
Do you know what I'm excited about seeing in Jeff though? That hunger again.
Yeah, I think.
Because he was hungry before Manny. I don't think he was hungry before Zarafa won. And no disrespect to anybody else, but when you're a little bit more comfortable in your life, it's bloody easy to get comfortable. Do you know what I mean? You're uncomfortable, and no matter how much money you get paid in the future, it's going to your mum's to keep you hungry. That's the best way to do it, I think.
But
do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't be getting fed, put it that way.
Do you know what I mean? If you're boxing and that's your only income, you've got a couple of sponsors, or you don't, prior to Manny Pacquiao, you're hungry to beat Manny Pacquiao.
That's
He did it.
your opportunity.
Manny wasn't hungry. It didn't seem like Manny was as hungry. To be honest, Manny probably thought he won that fight before he did, before the fight happened.
Yeah, he was probably.
But look what we've happened with Manny. Manny has gone. He's stepped up since then. He's got excellence since that fight.
Yeah.
I think we'll see that in Jeff. Saying that, still don't think Jeff's a middleweight.
Yeah.
I think Michael Zarafa's a middleweight. I don't think Jeff is.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah,
I just think it's another big card.
Yep.
Another good opportunity for Jeff to bring up more Australian talent.
That's
And,
right.
like, I think Jeff's got to get credit for that. Is like how much of a pathway he's led, like shown other boxers.
Yeah.
Like how many people got on his Pacquiao card? Like
Oh, mate.
who
What a day for Australian
just
boxing
signed-
that was. Yeah.
Who else was on there?
Rob Jarvis.
Rob Jarvis. Was he on that? Was he?
Yes,
Yeah,
he fought.
That's
he did fight on that.
three
one.
names and a big stadium
Yeah.
sellout, and you all get exposure. Like,
And
it's
then
awesome.
Jeff as well.
Yeah.
You know,
And then
Jeff-
we'll get
Jeff's played a
He's done
small
that.
part
He's
in that
done
night.
that. Who was the English boy you come back and fought? What's his name?
Corcoran.
Cook. Yeah, and then they had like Rowan Murdoch was on that
Yeah.
undercard, Nathaniel May.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a good opportunity for people to keep,
Opens doors,
keep
you
coming
know.
up. And
People say, well,
Well done,
it's just
Jeff,
another big
yeah.
opportunity for the big stage for people to watch. So, mate, good luck, Jeff, in the rematch. He's
Yep.
our mate. We
Queensland
want to
boys,
win,
so
but
we want him.
you know what? I think it can ignite Jeff's career again.
yeah. Oh, it's definitely a fight.
If he loses, I obviously think he's he's done if he loses twice to Zarafa.
Yeah.
So I think it's a real risk. But I think if Zarafa loses in a close fight, I don't think he's done because he's already beaten him once. Do you know? Do you see what I'm saying there? Well, anyway, good luck to both boys.
Yep.
And
good for Australian boxing. And either way, you look at it.
It's a win. It's a win-win for people in this game. You know what I mean? It's excellent. Mate, Parker Chisora just been called off.
Yeah.
Spewing.
What's that? Was he injured? Was he? I think it's something along those lines.
I don't know whether he was injured or sick, but I
think
love
he's
that
injured.
fight,
Oh, it's a good fight.
I
It's
love
a
that
crossroads fight.
mate.
But Chisora is always in a fight. And look,
Man, and he's got better. He's got better the last.
I love Chisora.
Yeah.
Just his attitude. He's just saying
Oh,
something.
mate, what about the press conference
Yeah.
with Eddie Hearn?
Yeah.
And he's gone.
But you know it's on stage.
No.
He's just.
No.
He's like he can flip at any moment.
What about they're talking about the main event? I don't even know their names. Progoris
And
Taylor, was it?
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor. They're talking about it, and he's going, Eddie, who's the main event? He's like, these guys. He goes, fuck that, man. I'm the main event. This is my stadium. This is my stadium.
Well,
but you know what? Could you argue? Can you
Yeah,
argue
well,
with what he's saying?
I saw a lot of comments on YouTube after I watched the video, and people were saying why, like everyone wants to see the title fight.
Yeah.
Chisora's not even in a title fight. Parker isn't in a title fight either. And the main event. Look, to be honest, it's a class matchup, and it's for that Ali Trophy.
Yeah.
Is that the Super 8?
What did Chisora say about the Ali Trophy?
Oh, he said no one gives a fuck about it.
Oh, excellent.
Look, boxing enthusiasts will, but I don't think you're going to sell out the O2 arena with
Just with that main event.
Josh Taylor, who's from Glasgow, not a London boy, and
Yeah.
an American. Like that's just the reality.
And
of
smaller
it.
guys
Where
as well.
Parker's sold out big stadiums before. Well, he hasn't sold them out himself, but he's been on those shows. He's got a good fan base in the UK.
You know what? Parker's name has probably gone up since what Ortiz did. What's his name?
Dylan. Oh, who?
The guy that beat Joshua.
Ruiz.
Yes,
he beat Ruiz.
Parker's name
I
has
didn't-
gone up
I don't
since.
think he beat Ruiz.
No, I
didn't
don't.
watch
But
that.
anyway,
That's what the
Parker might not even having to fight. His name's inflated because he's the only one to beat Ruiz.
Yeah.
You've got to think. Yeah, mate, there might be another shot at AJ then. Who knows? Anyway, we'll see what.
Well,
who knows? That's for Eddie to work out.
Yeah, I think Chisora has a valid point. Like, he's going to be bringing the whole fan base, and then he's like, I'm going to sell out the O2 just for Josh Taylor and this other bloke to steal my fans.
Yeah.
I get
Give me
it.
money.
Pay me up,
Give
or let me headline.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I completely get that, but obviously it's not going to go ahead by the looks of it at this stage. So.
Unfortunately, I hope they've got to get a good name in for Chisora, I reckon.
Yeah, who would they get though?
I don't know. Dillian White.
Nah, he wouldn't take it at late notice, and he's got his own pathway lined out.
Oh, actually, he's still got his
Yeah, well, they
whatever
reckon
with the
it's all
drugs.
dodgy. Well, I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, no, nothing's come out yet. I think they're keeping quiet until
Sure,
real
you'll have a
results come
statement
out. So
once it
yeah,
comes out.
mate. Dennis Hogan.
Yeah, it looks like he just landed another big fight. DDP doing big things.
Yeah.
And they were chasing that. What's his name? The Mexican kid.
Oh, Mungua.
Yeah.
The one that
It's a tough
was a
one.
close fight.
Yeah. So
It was
I
close
think they
fight.
were chasing that fight.
I honestly don't think it was a robbery. I think it was a close fight.
Yeah.
I
honestly, I didn't
Yeah,
watch it.
no, I watched it and I loved it. I was on holiday actually, and just said, I was going away for an hour, just sat in the room and got on the internet and watched Dennis. Look, I was cheering for Dennis. Look, it was close, and I think it could have gone either way.
Okay.
And generally,
It goes to champion.
when you're a golden boy, you know what I mean? It's going to go that way. Dennis was excellent though.
Yeah.
He was really good. He probably rose to that next level. Charlo, you've probably seen more of him than me.
Yeah. Oh, mate, they're tidy boxes, both
Yeah.
the boys. I think he lost in his last fight, in a close fight, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
If he wins that, he's in. If Dennis beats Charlo, he's
Mate, beats
he's
Charlo,
a name.
he's in the mix.
He's a name, and he's talking dollar fights. Yeah,
That'll be for a world title, I think, too.
you would. Yeah, well, I haven't actually found out.
with
But I'm
Dennis,
sure.
yeah.
You would think so.
Dennis comes so close to it, you probably wouldn't take
Eliminator
a
it
fight
was.
that's not.
Oh, if he's coming off, is Charlo coming off a loss? Did you say?
Yeah.
Probably won't be for a world title then. Might be for an interim maybe.
Maybe, yeah. But both the Charlo boys, technically, like, really good. They're with that Same. What? No, that Jamel I think is with the same trainer as Errol Spence.
Oh,
so
nice.
they're real tidy. You
Yeah.
know, like Errol's.
Good
Well, there's
boxers
another
as
good
well.
fight.
Yeah.
Did you watch that online?
Yes, I did. I did watch that fight.
Yeah.
Mate, that was back and forth.
Who do you think?
Spence, because I like him.
Yeah.
It was like this though.
Mate, Porter's never in a.
Mate, Porter had a
He's
crack.
He just knows how to trouble people. Honestly, I haven't watched much of Sean Porter. I watched.
Mate, is it
Only
Sean Porter or
since-
is it Exhibit?
Exhibit.
He fucking looks
Exhibit.
exactly like him.
This is
The
the
rapper,
rapper.
I'm telling you. You don't hear of Exhibit when Sean Porter's boxing.
They're sitting in the same room. Yeah.
Mate,
Pimp my ride.
that's right.
No, I think Porter's always in competitive fights. Like he beat Danny Garcia in a competitive fight. He lost to Thurman in a competitive fight. Lost to Cal Brook.
He has a go, doesn't he?
Yeah, honestly, I haven't watched much of him since that Birdo fight. Did you watch
Oh
that?
yeah, no, I
It
didn't
was
see
just
that one.
both
Yeah.
of them were just coming forward, but Porter's like ears in his head, and I was like, mate, this is probably
Yeah,
not
yeah.
good for me. But he has been in really good fights.
Mate, there's a way to beat everybody, and if that's his way to do it, that's how we do it. But mate, locally, Mundine Park.
Yeah, who do you reckon?